Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Lisa Salvatore of lisasalvatore.com. For those of you that have been here before, thank you for coming back. And for those of you who have not been here before, thank you for stopping by. I put out monthly readings for the general collective for each sign of the zodiac. Please be sure to listen to your sun, moon, and or rising sign if you do know those other placements, because sometimes people tend to resonate with their other planetary placements more so, if not equally as much as their sun sign, depending on what's also going on with the current astrology of the universe. If you'd like to know more about why I say to listen to the rising and the moon, I actually recorded a video talking briefly about why I suggest you listen to those other placements. So if you would like to see more about that, just click below. I believe it's the last video that I posted. So these readings are going to be for the general collective for the month of April 2020. Please keep in mind that these are for a large audience, so take what resonates with you and throw away what doesn't. A lot of this will be predictive, so when you listen to it is when you're meant to listen to it. I realize all of us are going through some similar emotions and situations right now, so I really took my time, as I always do, but more so this month, to make sure I was 100% in the right headspace and centered and completely meditated. And I've prayed over these cards. I've already chosen the cards. I have not looked at them yet, so I will be looking at them with you as we go on into each reading. I wish everybody good health and happiness for better days to come. And please be sure to subscribe by tapping the bell icon to be notified of new videos and readings and all of that good stuff as it comes out. And let's get started. Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your April 2020 readings. These readings are for Sagittarius sun, moon, and or rising. Please keep in mind that these are for the general collective, so like I always say, take what resonates with you and throw away what does not. Energy is fluid and things can shape and shift dependent on your own free will decisions, so take what I say with a grain of salt. This will be for April 2020 for Sagittarius sun, moon, and or rising. So there's definitely been an element of confliction going on in the lives of Sagittarius for the past, I'd say 8 to 10 weeks, really trying to balance all of your energy and concentrate it in the most appropriate way, but yet overcoming feelings of self-sabotage and low self-worth from the past. So it's not that you necessarily feel that way now, but it's like every now and then it creeps back up and infiltrates your thoughts, and you're trying really hard to battle those demons and slay them, but yet you still find yourself falling into the old ways sometimes. And the reason why that comes up first for you, Sagittarius, is because I do feel like April will be a month of revisiting some old hurts, some past wounds, especially when it comes to relationships and the relationship with the opposite sex parent in your life, okay? Or the more dominant parent. It could come out that way as well. But finding these ways of like these situations that are coming up that remind you of those times in your life where you felt inadequate or like you weren't good enough, yet knowing you've come a really long way and you are good enough. It's not that you don't believe you are, but yet these feelings of self-sabotage and self-worth are coming through. I'm also feeling like for some of you, I'm getting a sense that there's been a lot of alcohol use lately. Not necessarily alcohol abuse, but a lot of alcohol use, and your body has been feeling the effects of that. So for those of you that are under this feeling of grogginess or sluggishness, just know that it's likely that you're not drinking enough water, or you might be drinking too much alcohol. So maybe just kind of trying to balance that out. I'm not saying don't drink at all. I'm just saying focus more on water and a little less on the alcohol, and it's just to kind of balance it out. Your card is actually here. This is funny. So Temperance is the card that Sagittarius rules over. Temperance rules Sagittarius. So it is your card. So I do feel like the month of April for you is like a very strong calling of a karmic path here, or a karmic mission for you to really integrate balance in your life, okay? In all forms, physical, emotional, and spiritual. But I feel like a lot of this has to do with the physical body for you, Sagittarius. I feel like lately, in the past, a lot of you were maybe neglecting or ignoring the physical needs because you were more focused on the spiritual needs or the emotional needs. But now this month, the month of April, is really important that you get the physical body into balance, because it might be a little out of balance and needs to be brought back into balance, okay? So if you've been struggling with some relationship issues in the past, then that could have been throwing you out of balance when it came to the body. And so this month, it's like about harnessing and balancing those two energies, because I still do feel this element of focusing on the inner world in a sense where you're struggling with some old hurts and wounds. I keep picking that up. But you have the tools to succeed and get through it. You definitely do, but it's about facing and slaying the demons here, right? I also feel like a lot of you are in self-protection mode and feeling like ready for battle, like you're ready to fight. And this could be with a family member. It also feels like you will have a quick communication or a quick change when it comes into or in relation to a family relationship in your life, Sagittarius. So this is someone you might have had an argument with in the past. Again, I feel like this opposite sex vibe. So if you're a female watching this, it could be with a brother or a father, or it could, even be a friend. But if it's if you're a male that's watching this, it could be a female, a mother, a sister, whatever. It could also be a coworker, because remember, energy is energy. So I could be picking it up wrong for you. So apply it where it needs to go. But there's just this element of feeling like you're on your guard and you're ready for battle. Like you're ready to fight. And if all the person has to do is say the word and it's go time, it's like the green light you've been waiting to unleash. And I feel like it might come through, it might actually happen. But just, again, I will say, I do get the sense that for those of you that this is pertaining to, you are right, I will say. But you don't want to burn bridges, because you may need this connection, or if it's family especially, obviously it's family, so you'll need the connection, but you don't want to burn bridges. You don't want to leave, just say what you need to say, but don't let it linger. Don't make it become a huge fight. But I know you're waiting for it, because I feel like you're ready. It's like you're on your guard. You almost know it's coming. So that's for some of you. That might not be for all of you. Now, your Druid Animal Oracle card is the hare, the rabbit. And I don't like to read out of the books, but when it comes to Oracle cards, I like to, because I feel like it just gives a whole nother element to the reading. And so the hare falls under fertility and creativity, which is great. So I feel like for a lot of you, if you focus your energies on creating right now, it'll mitigate a lot of those feelings of low self-worth and inadequacy that somebody might be trying to bring back out of you, or like trying to poke out of you. This could all very well be connected, everything I'm saying here. Okay, so the hare, rebirth, intuition, balance. The hare is a creature of the goddess, the moon and the night, and yet it also represents the dawn, brightness, and the east. It is the most adept of animals at shape-shifting. We can never be sure exactly where the hare is, in this or the other world. It represents intuition, which makes things appear suddenly in our consciousness, like the lopping eggs of Easter that magically appear in the hare's firm nest. As representative of the corn spirit and the two equinoxes, the hare brings the excitement of rebirth, fertile abundance, and willing release as each creative cycle comes to an end. With the hare as your ally, you will be well able to negotiate times of change, and you will be able to draw out your intuition to guide you through life. It's interesting that it mentioned the two equinoxes for you, Sagittarius, because we just had the spring equinox on March 21st, and then the fall equinox, which will be September 21st. And so I feel like for you, the time period between this spring equinox and the autumn equinox is really a time of massive creativity for you. You've got this huge window that you've been gifted to balance all of these feelings of low self-worth and inadequacy so that they don't hinder your growth with your creative projects, because I feel like there's just so much creativity here, and the time period from now through October for you, Sagittarius, is going to be extremely fruitful, but you have to be willing to also face the demons and slay them, the demons of the past, okay, as they come up. Your Spirit Messages card from the John Holland deck, Hello from Heaven. Your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them. They know you've been thinking of them, and they're sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you, to prove they're with you at this time. Wow. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you need that loving conviction and attention and confirmation that your loved ones are with you and that they hear you. And it's interesting because I just bumped up one of my blog posts about this very topic. And so I feel like for some of you listening, you've really been struggling lately with the thought of the afterlife and hoping and thinking that you might be feeling your loved ones. And I will tell you, for you, whoever's listening, I'm getting something about music. So somebody recently, or is about to embark, somebody's going to have an experience with music. Like you hear these words of a song, or a specific song comes on from you, and a parent that you lost, or a friend, or whatever, and it's like the gateway from them to you. They're trying to get through to you. So trust that. If it's already happened, that was them. If it hasn't, I do feel like you're going to be given signs through music, and you'll know when you receive them. Like I always tell everybody, when you get a sign, you know. And if you don't question it, just know that it's true. You are at a time of birthing some beautiful creations, Sagittarius, so just don't let feelings of self-doubt and low self-worth from the past get in the way, because you are a strong being and you know that, and you've got what it takes. I will be back for you for your May 2020 readings. Take really good care of yourselves and your physical body. Make sure you're drinking enough water and balancing your electrolytes. Take care. Bye.